Emotional abuse is a form of psychological manipulation. And the abuse and the manipulation is basically for you to compromise your self-worth and your confidence, just your emotional overall well-being, right? Hence the word emotional abuse. And please know that emotional abuse can be just as damaging as physical abuse. The only difference is that it's not visible. And there are so many different forms of emotional abuse that people don't even realize or recognize that this is indeed emotional abuse that you're experiencing. So I'm going to run down just a few things that would qualify it being emotional abuse. So verbal abuse is definitely a form of emotional abuse, right? And verbal abuse can be so many different things. Verbal abuse can be derogatory comments, right? Like, oh, I see that you gained a few pounds. Or like, oh, well, what are you going to do with your life? Just constantly putting you down, constantly making you feel like something is wrong with you or that you don't know how to function by yourself. It's just name calling and just basically constant criticism. That's verbal abuse, and it's absolutely a form of emotional abuse. Manipulation is also a form of emotional abuse, and it comprises of like gaslighting, people constantly trying to tell you what your reality is, even though you know what your reality is. Just constantly making you doubt your reality, right? Or just being really, really nice to you when they want something. But then once their needs are met, they're back to being cold and aloof and just not a nice person. Caveat to that is that your nervous system is a ping pong machine, right? It's just bouncing up and down, up and down, up and down, because your emotional regulation is constantly being compromised. Also, a little caveat to that is that love bombing is also a form of that, because love bombing is just giving you all of this love that feels amazing and then it's snatched away, right? That's emotional abuse. It's basically just the up and down dysregulation of emotions. Control is another form of emotional abuse. Control can be a million different things. Control can be, trying to isolate you from the people you love the most, and constantly trying to make you feel like you can't make decisions on your own. Just always trying to control your actions